Hey peeps, Julian here from Tutoring, and as always, such a pleasure to join you. We are now on question 5 of the DBE Math Paper 2 2019 paper, and this question is a trigonometry question. And then question 5.1.1 is now, without using a calculator, write the following expressions in terms of sine of 11 degrees. So for this one, they've given us sine of 191, and we can rewrite this as sine of 180 plus 11. And using your cast diagram, which looks like this, basically your cast diagram shows where in the diagram, if that's 0, 90, 180, and then 270, where are your trig functions positive? So basically, sine will always be positive in this range. All of the trig functions will be positive here, and etc. And that's for tan and cos. So sine of 180 plus an angle means it's 180 plus an angle, which takes us into the T quadrant, or the third quadrant. But this one means that only tan is positive and sine will be negative. So that means this will be a negative sine of 11 degrees. Then moving on to 5.1.2, we've now got the cos of 22 degrees. So we can write this as cos of 2 times 11 degrees. And from our formula sheet, we know that the cos of 2 theta equals 1 minus 2 times the sine of theta, of sine squared of theta, just like that. So of course then this is going to equal 1 minus 2 times the sine of 11 degrees. So there we have it, both in terms of sine 11. On to the next one. They're now asking us to simplify cos x minus 180 plus root 2 times sine of x plus 45. So we know that the cos of x minus 180 from our cast diagram again is that if we had an angle over here of x, if we go down, if we add 180, it's going to take us into this quadrant, and this quadrant is where cos is negative, so only tan is positive. So this becomes negative tan of x plus, so sine of x plus 45, we know that the sine of a plus b, straight from your formula sheet, is equal to the sine of a cos of b plus the cos of a sine of b. So that, again, that's from your formula sheet. So we keep the root 2. And we then use that formula, so this becomes the sine of x is a, cos of 45, 45 is b, plus the cos of x, sine of 45. And now, of course, cos of 45 and sine of 45 are special angles, but because they didn't mention that you can't use a calculator, we can just put that in our calculator, and we know that cos of 45, but you should know this off by heart because it is a special angle, is 1 over root 2. Sine of 45 is also 1 over root 2. So carrying on, this then stays as minus cos of 40 of x, plus, and as I said, this root 2 sine x times by 1 over root 2 plus cos of x times 1 over root 2. So we can take out, so this 1 over root 2 is common in both terms. So we can take it out, and this, so this equals minus cos x plus, so it's going to be root 2 over root 2. Obviously that's going to cancel to 1, and you're going to be left with sine of x plus cos of x. And as I said, these cancel, so you're left with minus cos x plus sine x plus cos x, and minus cos x plus cos x, those are going to cancel, so you're just left with sine x, and that's a single trigonomic ratio. And moving on to 5.3, they've given us that sine p plus sine q equals 7 over 5, and that p plus q equals 90. This time, without using a calculator, determine the value of sine 2p. So first off, because they've said that p plus q equals 90, we now know that q equals 90 minus p, and then we can deduce from that so the sine of q, substituting in for q, will be the sine of 90 minus p, and this is our reflex angle, so that we know that this, of course, equals cos of p. So that then we can substitute in for sine of q there. So therefore, we've got the sine of p plus the cos of p should equal 7 over 5. Okay, so now it's a little maths trick, is we can square both sides, and squaring this out, this left hand side, we know we're going to get, so it's your FOIL, so it'll be your first term squared, which is sine squared of p, plus, so it'll be your inners times together, and then your outers times together. So again, it's going to be the same term, and then your last term, so this is just your FOIL, so it'll be cos x, cos p squared, will equal, and then this is now 49 over 25. You should be able to do that without your calculator. So we also know if we group the sine squared and the cos squared, we know that equals 1 from our formula sheet. So that means we're left with 1 plus 2 of these cos sine of p's, so it'll be 2 cos p sine p will equal 49 over 25. So we take the 1 to the other side, and we also know that this here is from our formula sheet. So in our formula sheet we have that the sine of 2a equals 2 times the sine of a cos of a, which is this is exactly the same as that. So we can then say that that thing equals sine of 2p. So as I said, sine, sorry, that's a mistake, sine of 2p. So again, we substituting this thing here from your formula sheet should equal 49 over 25 minus 1. So this is what, and remember the question asks us to solve for the value of the sine of 2p. So then just to finish up, this will equal 49 over 25 minus, you got to show your working out here because it says no calculators, and now we've got a lowest common denominator, so this is going to equal 24 over 25, and that's your final answer. That concludes question 5. Before I go, I'd just like to Give a special thanks to our epic sponsors for making this video possible. Read more about them in the description below. Be sure to visit our website for more of these tutorials. If you can't find the answer to the questions you have, send us your questions and we will respond with a personalized video just for you. And until then, stay epic.